Hello everybody, Suffolk Andy here. And you're thinking, where the heck is he now? Well, this is an old Suffolk church. And it's called St Mary the Virgin at Irwington. Now, there's a famous legend here. If you go back to years ago, Henry VIII and all his wives. There's an old legend that Anne Boleyn, after she had her head chopped off and her body was buried in London, her heart was taken out and put into a little casket and put into this church. You're thinking, why? I'm going to show you why in a minute, because just down the road here, there's a place where she used to live. This is where she was sort of spent a lot of her time, at Irwington, in the middle of nowhere. And I'll show you the big house in a minute. I think it was about 100 years ago. They'd done some work on the church and they found a little casket, and when they opened it there was like a little piece of leathery stuff in there, and they put it back in the wall, and everybody says it's Anne Boleyn's heart. So there you go. It's Irwington Church. Right. I'm not on the Virago today. I'm on the old ZZR. And I'm going to run down to the biggest port in Britain. First of all, I'm going to show you Anne Boleyn's little house, which is only just down here. We carry on just around this corner. You can see that in them days they had quite a lot of money, the family. You'll see this is not a hovel, it's quite a big old place. Let's get round here. Right, now just check the traffic. This is the back of the mansion, which doesn't look that sort of Elizabethan, but when we get to the front you'll see it does. There you go. There you go. A little place to where Anne Boleyn used to live. You can see it's a beautiful old Elizabethan mansion. Probably 15 something like that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Fuck! 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 Oh fuck! Turn that off. Fuck, fuck, fuck. That was a bit silly. My foot went on the fucking mud and the shit. Good job I got them on. Let's get this back out of here. Having boy flu don't help either. You smell petrol. As you can see, should never have pulled up on a bit of ground like that. You can see where my foot slipped there, and the bike landed on the grass, so that weren't too bad. As you can see here, so it was nice, soft and wet. I'll put it in. Let's say this just shows you that it can happen to any of us, you know. Right, let's carry on. Took me about 5 minutes to get her started. There's no damage on her at all, so she's fine. She's just a bloody great lump for an old man to freaking lift up, but I done it. Right, let's carry on. Let's try at the brake. Whoop. Try at the brakes and that. See if everything's okay. Yeah. I'll say she fell out on the grass there, so it weren't too bad. All right. So, Anne Boleyn, you got one over me there, girl. I don't know. Fucking knob. Right. I'm going to carry on now down, if I dare, down to Shotley. Show you the biggest port in Britain. Also, I'll show you down here the old Ganges naval base, which is here for a number of years, nearly 100 years, I think. Most of the people in the Navy, if they weren't at Portsmouth, would get trained up here. It's been empty now for many, many years. It's fallen into, well, disarray, really. Watch me speed through here. It's a little old village. I'm still smarting over that, trust me. But these things happen. Don't stand on mossy ground with a pair of bloody biker's boots on. You can see the cranes from here, look, sticking out. They're across the water, across the Orwell. It's quite a run down here, actually. I think from Ipswich to here is about 5, 10, 15 miles, something like that. I thought I'd tell you a story about one of my little escapades abroad, and it's a 3-part story, really. Sorry about the cough, and lifting that bike up has got me boy flu on the go. Yeah, I had many years ago, I went through Austria, and I was coming down off one of the Austrian passes, you know, coming into the lowland. As I was coming down this road, you could see a sweeping right. There was a T-junction at the bottom, but you could see right for miles and left for miles. There was a stop, a line across, you know, stop to look each way, but you didn't need to because you could see for friggin' miles. So I come down there and just looked both ways, carried on, went over. Got about a quarter of a mile down the road, and I heard this siren. Looked in my mirrors, there's this friggin' police motorbike right up my arse. So I pulled over, and this Austrian had got off his bike. He was so fat, I don't know how he got on it, with his little pistol by his side. Came over and started jarging away in Austrian, or German, whatever they do. I ain't got a clue. So anyway, he kept on, and next thing I knew, he got his little book out, written something down and give me a ticket. And I'm like, what's going on, man? You know, I ain't got a clue what you're on about. And he kept on, so in the end, he made it known that he wanted, like, I don't know what it was, 50 shillings or something in them days in Austria. They had Austrian shillings. And I hadn't got any Austrian money. I'd only got bloody Greek and Yugoslavian. I weren't planning to stay in Austria. So, cut a long story short, he made me go down the road to the bank, go in the bank, change all my bloody Greek money, or pay him his 50 friggin' shillings. And off he went with a smile on his face. Well, when I got to Yugoslavia, there were some German bikers there. I showed him the ticket, and he said, they said, because you didn't stop on that line, so that bastard must have been hiding somewhere to catch people, and there was miles each side, you know. Anyway, got the Yugoslavian border, and in them days, Tito used to run the place. That was more of a communist state than it is today. It's open society now, I think. And got to the border. Big queues to get in, they'd search every bloody thing. And took my crash helmet out, put it on my old tank, lit a cigarette up, came up to the border post, and one of these big Yugoslavian blokes with a huge great rifle came over, looked at me with this big stern look, got my fag, pulled it out of my mouth, chucked it on the floor and stamped on it. And just said, no, not here. And I was like, fucking bastard, you know. Fucking second one. It's the old cruise ships. From here. This is the Stower, and down here will be the Orwell. They have cruise ships coming here now and then, and also they have a service that goes over to Scandinavia from here as well. I'll carry on round here, carry on with the story. Anyway, got to Greece, and when I got to Greece, I'm going down the Aegean coast there. Beautiful weather, everything, happy as a pig in shit. Heard a friggin' siren. And I thought, oh fuck, not again. So anyway, policeman come whizzing by and stops me. Greek motorbike copper. And he pulled up. I just sat there, he walked all around my bike, didn't say a bloody word. And he was on an old BSA, and I was on a 750 Suzuki, which was a very modern bike at that time. And he was on this shitty old BSA thing. And he looked around the bike again, done a couple of laps, and he didn't say nothing. And he went off. I watched him in my mirror, and he went to his bike. I thought, oh, he's getting his bag out now to friggin' book me for some more money. And he went to his top box. He took out the top box a big load of grapes. And he walked over, and he looked at me, and he handed me the grapes, and he said, "Nice fucking bike, man." I was like, my God. Honestly, he said, "Nice fucking bike, man." And I was like, oh my God, this bloke is fantastic. And he gave me this big load of grapes, and just pulled up. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we had our grapes. Off he went. And I thought, man, you know, what a difference. You know, three sorts of different police can be, you know. Two bloody arseholes and one nice guy, you know. Right, this is the Port of Felixstowe over there. We're at Shotley here. There's a big marina down there. This is a little pub you can come and have something to eat and stuff like that. All the big container ships come through here from Felixstowe. Goes all the way down there. I can't show it from here. Let's have a see if I can get a little bit of view over here. Yeah, it goes for miles down there. Like I say, it's quite an impressive place. Some of the biggest ships in the world come in here. Most of it come from China. They come in full and go out empty, apparently, so I've been told. And there was a story in the paper the other day saying if one of these container ships missed here just before Christmas, half the shops in Britain wouldn't have anything to sell because most of it comes from friggin' China. So that's the that's Shotley. Now my son done a little blog down here the other day. He came down and done one. I think it was about safety or something, or he's riding. That was quite good. So if you want to have a look at that, he might have some better views than I got. Tackless Dribs, he calls himself. Well worth a look. Young rider. Only passed his test a little while ago. He's doing his best. You know, that's what we need to. Even though he's my boy, you know, he needs encouragement to do these blogs and whatever, and I take my hat off to him for a youngster to give it a go. Let's say he's only just passed his test, and he's turning out some good stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going to go home now. Sort of had enough today after my encounter with the friggin' grass. I'll keep the camera running, I think. Let's get rid of this old boy. This is a nice place, very popular. A lot of people come down here to have lunches and sit down here and have fun. watching the river, all the old folks. Nice pub here. As you can see, it's quite a nice place. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back to Ipswich. Can I just say a good thank you to one or two of you boys who put comments on my pages. I appreciate it, and I'm not always the best one to reply. It's not that I don't want to, it's that I'm a bit of a knob really sometimes. So but I do try and reply to as many as I can. Sometimes they're very short. I seem to be able to talk a lot here in the helmet, but sometimes I don't talk a lot online. I'm not into line stuff that much. But anyway, it's me going on the way back to Ipswich. Ego a bit dented, dropped the bike, feel a bit of a fool, but there you go. I'll put it on the bloody thing just to show you boys that can happen. So that's all from me. A slightly pissed off Suffolk Andy.